Welcome to Gaming Top Down. Today we're going to be looking at and unboxing Luna Capital from Devir Games. So let's head right down to the table and see what's inside this box. Okay, here's the front of the box. The game was designed by Jose Ramon Palacios and illustrated by Albert Montes, and it's about building a colony on the moon, and whoever builds the best one will have built the Luna capital of the moon. It plays 1 to 4 players, I believe. It says 2 to 4 here, but I'm fairly confident that it has a solo mode, so we'll double check that. 30 to 60 minutes for ages 8 plus. So let's open this box. I'm going to zoom out here while we do that. All right, first up are the instructions for how to build the space shuttle and deck holding box. They call it the rocket and the card dispenser. So we'll build those here at the end of the unboxing. Then there are 5 instruction manuals in 5 different languages. I'm only going to look at the English one here. So here we have just the flavor text on the front. We have setup, game components, how the different buildings and cards work, gameplay, end of the round, final scoring, concessions, glossary of all of the concession iconography, and the solo mode, yeah. So I don't know why it says 2 to 4 on the back, since it does have a solo mode, but it looks like the solo mode does have an automaton, so maybe he's counted there in the 2, I guess. And these are the 4 different player factions. The Astro Burger, which is funny because there is an Astro Burger here in the Midwest where I live. I like Apollo Burger better, but they are very similar, very good burger joint. Moon Paradise Real Estate, Luna Taxis, and Space Royal Cruise. Okay, that is the rulebook. Looking here at the components, there's quite a few pieces in baggies. First, we got the score sheet. It has quite a few, I would say probably 50 sheets. They're not double-sided, but and there is actually quite a few rows. There must be quite a few scoring conditions, which is cool. Okay, let's look at these first, the wooden pieces. This here is, I believe it's called the last constructed token, and I'll show you on the game board in a minute, but you place it in the section where the last card and tokens were taken from. So if someone takes from that same spot again, they have to pay an extra cost to do so. It's a nice thick wooden piece. This must be the space taxis, I imagine. They look like little yellow space taxis, at least. Very, very cool looking. Let's see if I can zoom in on my hand here so you can see those. Okay. Then we have another baggie of pieces. Get rid of some silica gel. These ones are probably for, oh, actually these are the space taxis. I don't know what those little yellow rovers were, but these are the space taxis here. Got some moon pieces for, what was the name of that faction? For Moon Paradise Real Estate, the Luna Taxis. This is Astro Burger right here. These are nice screen printed pieces that look really cool. And then this is Space Royal Circus, these pink spaceships. So each player has 3 pieces of their color that I think kind of act as like workers a little bit. So there are those. Okay, other than that, we have cards that we'll get to in a minute, a few extra bags, and then lots of cardboard punch outs, including a promo for some extra buildings, which is cool. And let's see what's in the bottom here. We've got the game board and the pieces to build the rocket. All right, I'm gonna move the box out of the way. We'll set the game board out. The game board is double-sided. This side is for the multiplayer game. You'll set the deck box over here and then put cards on these spots and those little building tokens here. And then you'll take from one of those columns on your turn. Whichever one you take from, you then place this piece on top to show that was the last taken. And there will be 3 kind of scoring objectives here at the top of the board. Okay, let's look at some of these punch outs. These promo ones will be fun to look at first, maybe. Where is the seam? Oh, it's on the bottom. Maybe. Is it there yet? Okay, those ones look like buildings that just match the 4 different player factions. And this one is just extra as the name of the game and a QR code on the back to learn the rules. So that is promo 1. I think there is another promo that doesn't come with the game, but you can get in another way. Okay. Here there are 15 punch-out boards here. It's like the majority of them are these building tokens. I like the funny shape that they are, and they will have A, B, or C on the back to note which round they will start in. And so there are these. I'll show those kind of quickly. They're actually kind of glossy, and they feel kind of standard thickness, but they feel really nice just because of that glossy texture on top. Okay. I like this kind of greenhouse building, construction one. Lots of iconography. I believe some of these tokens are held out if you're playing at different player counts as well. Lots and lots of those. Okay, then different pieces to build the rocket ship and the deck holder box. And I guess looking here, there is a tray that goes in the box that will hold a lot of the components, which that is actually really cool. So we'll build all of those things and the first player marker for fun. There is also one of these big tokens for each of the 4 player factions. That's Moon Paradise, Astro Burger, Space Royal Cruise, sorry for the train going by, Luna Taxis, and yeah, I really like these pieces here. Okay, let's look at the cards really quick before we build the little trays and the rocket. If I can get this tab, these are always fun. Okay, the cards in this game you'll be placing in your own like tableau in front of you, kind of, you know, like this, and then the building tokens will go on top of them. And you're trying to make groupings, I believe, of the same structure, and there are, you know, some of them pre-printed on cards. Cards also have a value on the top left, and in your little base, the cards must go in ascending order from left to right. So this 4, for example, if I went to place it, I couldn't place it on the right of this 5, but I could place it here on the left. So we'll just scan through some of those cards really quickly. It looks like they are all pretty standard and just have different. Oh, that one has a big section there. And that one has a big section on top. But they're all fairly similar in that way, and 10 is the highest value. Okay, those all have the same back. Okay, let's see what the cards in the other stack look like. I imagine it's more of the same deck, but oh, I'm already wrong. There are some red cards here. I believe they are the like scoring objective cards. Okay, so there are a bunch more of those go in the same deck. I think you get the idea of how those are set up. I'm not going to flip through everyone in great detail there. And then there are red and green objective cards. I think they might be called concession cards. And I think the green deck is a little bit bigger. You shuffle these and select 2 of them to be the scoring conditions for the game. And they will go up here, like 1 and 2. And then you choose one red one, and it will go here. So those would be the 3 scoring conditions for this play, for example. And there's quite a few, so that seems like it would give the game quite a bit of variety, even though it's a pretty simple drafting and kind of puzzle tableau building game. But let me flip through all of those at least once so you can see what the different objectives look like. These, I imagine, if you have 6 or more of that symbol, you get 9 points. Might have a certain building in the same column of cards. Adjacent buildings, it seems. Cool. So there are objective cards, and then those kind of lunar base cards. All right, that is going to be everything for the components. So lastly, just for fun here, let's build these things. And let's start with the rocket, because that sounds like it will be the most fun of the 3. Let me make sure. Oh, sorry, there's actually one more piece. It's like I swear I'm missing some. There is one more punch-out sheet number 16 here. It's a bit bigger than the others, so it's in its own separate plastic wrap. Okay, and this one has some of those pieces for the tray, the first player marker, and some extra pieces over here. So that'll be useful in a minute. Wasn't important for building the rocket necessarily, but we've got this rocket piece. We have, let's see, guessing it's all of these. RD, yeah. This one. I do enjoy punching out these cardboard punch outs. Okay, do the rest of those off camera when it's for things that aren't as exciting. Okay, here's that one. And TR, that's for the tray. This side as well. And it looks like there are 2 sides and the back. So let's take the 2 sides like this, and the back just hooks into this hook right here. It would seem, yeah, just like that. Okay, and same thing for this one. Okay, then this one is a locking mechanism for the back. It looks like. Push that in if I can. Okay, and then what have we got? Looks like this base, it's got a tiny piece there that I need to punch out. There we go. This piece and this piece. This one goes like this, and this one goes. Oh, there was a punch out on the tall rocket that I missed. Okay, now it makes more sense. Let me punch that out with this pointy section. There we go. Okay, now this, you can kind of see through that. We'll go in here, through the back. We're close. There we go. And then this one is goes up just like that. Okay, and then we're almost done. There's just one last piece that kind of locks them together. So looking here in the bottom, there is, I don't know if you can see that very well, there's kind of a hole in there that this little spike is going to stab into, and then it's going to nest into these two as well. So I'm just going to push up on that to get it there. Okay, and that is the rocket. And then during the game, it will stand over here, and these building pieces will, I believe, just kind of go right in there, kind of like a deck box that we'll build in a second for the cards, but it's for those tokens. Okay, that's one of the three built. Here is the card dispenser. So it takes C pieces on C. It looks like it's just 4 pieces. It's probably just these ones here. So punch them out really quick. And these little ones that are a little bit tricky. Sometimes I don't have very long fingernails. Okay. But the corner of another one does help with that. Okay, those are out. So we take the 2 sides, and it looks like they should be parallel, kind of like that. And this back will just snap, well, not snap, just slide down on those. And last up, this, this direction actually, will slide in there into the slot in the back, into both of those slots. And then there is one more that I forgot. CDA, where are you? Oh, it's here on this sheet. Okay, and then CDA here will go up from the bottom and just kind of lock those pieces together so that this middle piece can't slide out because it's locked through those. So that is the card holder for these cards. It does have a little extra space, might fit sleeves cards. I don't know that sleeving cards in this game is incredibly important since you do have a small hand of 3 cards. So they are in your hands a little bit, but most of the time they're either here or set in front of you in your lunar base. But those will go here during the game. So I'm going to slide this up just a little bit. And then last up, let's build this tray that helps with storing the game in the box. Very thoughtful kind of design, gives it some fun presence on the table with those pieces, holds everything where it should be held, and then hopefully the storage system fits in the box pretty well. So anyways, last few things here. We've got tray, piece, D here. Tray piece A. B. E. E again. And oh, let's pop these out too. We can build the first player stand, which is the simplest. Okay. There are those. We'll leave those for a second. Here's another tray D. I probably should be keeping these together so that I can remember what they are. Here's D. These two were E. And we'll have to remember what these two were from the diagram. This one's got a little part stuck in there. Get it out. There we go. And so does this one. And got it. Okay. I think that's all. Nope, there's one more. Tray part C. Here. Okay, now I think that is all of them. Okay, so it wants us to take C, that one I just had, one of the D ones, and then B and A. Let's see. A is this one, and B is... They actually look very much... They're not identical. Crap. Way to go. One of them is slightly longer, and it is A. Yeah, it looks like A, at least. Okay, let's come back here to this. This one was here and is A. This one was here and is B. Okay. So this one's A, goes like this. This one's B, goes like this. And then we've got a D that goes like this to link them together. Another D with these up to link them together. And then C in the back to link those together. Okay, so that was those 4 pieces. Now I have 2 E pieces, and they go here on the bottom to give the tray a couple more slots here in the center. Okay, and I think that is all put together. This one's just a little bit longer so that it can, I think, kind of hold a slot for the last thing we'll build, which is just this first player token. It's pretty simple. 2 pieces sliding together like so. Okay, well, thanks for watching me set all those up. It took me longer than I thought it might, but that's going to do it for this unboxing of Luna Capital. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to check out the rest of the content that I have here on Gaming Top Down. I do other unboxings, reviews, playthroughs, a weekly gaming podcast, a monthly giveaway, tons of fun stuff. So make sure to check it out. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you could. It helps me out immensely. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.